Okay, let's see if you guys can handle this. I'm going to go to a bank with a suitcase full of money here. In this suitcase, there are 300 notes, and the suitcase only contains £5 notes and £10 notes. The value of all the money in this suitcase here adds up to this. Okay, so find out. The question is, find out how many £5 notes there are and how many £10 notes there are in this suitcase. Okay, so remember, 300 notes altogether. The value of everything in this suitcase here adds up to 1,860. Work out the number of £5 and £10 notes. Okay, so press pause and have a go. Okay, first translate this problem into two simultaneous equations. So well, you're told that that there are 300 notes altogether. Okay, so let's call this x. X represents a number of £5 notes. It's what we want to find out. And let y represents a number of £10 notes. The number of £10 notes. Now, if you get x, the number of £5, plus, remember it's a number of £5 notes, plus the number of the number, not the value, okay, the number, well, this adds up to 300, okay, hang on. And now we've got to look at the value here. Now, if x represents the number of £5 notes, if you get x times by 5, now we are looking at the value, okay? 5 times the number of £5 notes, plus, now we are looking at the value here. So if you get the number of £10 notes, times it by 10, that will give you a value for this part. And then you would get, well, basically you get the value of this, add it to the value of this, and it should give you 1860. Okay, so 5x plus, hang on, plus 10y. Okay, because here we are looking at the number of notes. Here we are looking at the value of all the notes. Okay, so now it's just a matter of solving x or y. So there are several ways of doing this. So let's just times this equation here by times everything by 10. Okay, so this will give us 10x plus 10y equals 3000. Okay, now let's get this equation, take away this equation here. So this will give us 10. Sorry, this will give us, hang on. This will give us, well, we are getting this, take away this, okay, so this will give us 5x. Now it's this, take away this, which would give us nothing. They will kill off each other. Now this would be 1140. Okay, so now divide both sides by 5. So hang on, 1140 divided by 5. So this would be 0, 2, 0, 2, remainder 1. This would be 2, remainder 4. 40 divided by 5 is 8. So x equals 2, 2, 8. Okay. So now we've worked out well, remember, this represents a number of £5 notes. So we've worked out x to be 228. Now let's put this 228 into this here. Okay, so sorry, into here, because we've just worked out x. So let's put that into there. It will be 228 plus y equals what? 300, right? So we are putting 300 into here, and then just look at this equation here. Okay, so this will be 300. So now take away 228 from both sides. So y equals 72. Okay, so now we've worked out y equals 72, x equals 228. So what that means is what that means is x here equals 228. Y y equals 72. So here this represents a number of £5 notes, and here this represents a number of of £10 notes. So if you just check, put the well 5 times 228. Okay, do this in your calculator, and then add it to add it to add it to 10 times 72. Okay, and it should come up to 1860. Okay, check it for yourself if you don't believe me. But look what's going on graphically. Okay, hang on, let's look at the two equations. So hang on, let's start again here. Yeah, let's start again here. So remember our two equations: x plus y equals 300, and what was it? And the other one was 10. Sorry, the other equation was 5x plus 10y. Hang on, 5x plus 10y equals 1860. 1860. Now let's rearrange this. Let's just look at this bit here. I want to show you something. Just bear with me on this. Let's divide both sides by 5x. So looking at this equation here, take away 5x on both sides. So basically rearrange this to make y the subject. So this will be 10y equals. Bear with me on this. I do want to show you something. Bear with me. And then divide both sides by 10. So this will be 180 take away 1 over 2x. Okay, because when you divide by 10, it will be this: divide by 10, and then look at it, split it up like this, and split it up like this. 5 over 10 is really a half. Okay. Well, anyway, looking at this equation here, we can just visualize it as this: y equals 180 take away 1 over 2x. Now this is an equation of a straight line. Remember, y equals mx plus c. Our c here is this. Our gradient here is negative a half. So when you plot this on a graph, it looks like this. It will look like this. Okay. So this is y here, and this is x here. Now this equation here is y equals what? Y equals well, the intercept is here. Well our equation here is 180. Remember, this is our equation here. 180 take away half x. Okay, so the equation of this green line is 180 take away a half x. Now if you look at this here, it has an intercept of 180. Okay, and it has a gradient of negative a half. So well, anyway, this green line is given. Well, this equation here is represented by the green line here. Now, if you select any point on this line here, if you select, let's say this point here, 30,171, what that means is that if you well, this here represents x. Now, if you get 30 times 5, remember, so we are saying that if you get 30 £5 notes, and then and 171 £10 notes, it does add up to 1860. Okay, what I'm trying to say is you can select any point on this line here, and it will give you a value of 1860. So if you look at this here, okay, if you get 170, remember this is your x value here. If you get 170, so this here 170, 170 £5 notes and 101 £10 notes, it does actually come up to 1,860 pounds, and the same is true here. But the thing is, you see, this here doesn't represent. remember, we are told that in our suitcase there are 300 notes altogether. Well, if you add these two together, it doesn't come to 300. It doesn't come to 300 here. It doesn't come to 300, even though the value of all the points on this line here adds up to 1,860 pounds. But the thing is, if you get this, add this, it doesn't add up to 300 notes. So what you do, you draw your second line. Okay, don't worry about this part. I've explained this already. So here, so now you need your second line. Remember, our second equation was x plus y equals 300. Now make y the subject. So y equals 300. Take away x. Now this is in the form of y equals mx plus c. Our c in this case is 300. That's why the intercept here is 300. Okay, and the gradient is negative 1. That's why the slope here negative 1. Can you see that? Now we've been given two conditions. The green line here. Well, when you select any point on this green line here, it will give us the value of the suitcase will be 1,860. But then we also have to satisfy the other condition in that we have 300 notes inside our suitcase. So basically you have to find a point where the two conditions are satisfied, and that's this bit here, where the two lines cross. You see, if you look at the green line at this point here, if you look at the green line, it will give us a value of 1,860. And if you look at the purple line here, it will give us 300 notes in that suitcase in total. So basically, it boils down to you finding the intersection of the two lines. Okay. By the way, sorry. Yeah, you could go on the negative side, but in our situation, the negative is meaningless in our situation. Here is this bit here is meaningless in our situation. So what's valid is only the positive. Well, ignore these, because for our situation, for our real life situation, this bit's meaningless. Okay.